It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You know, sometimes they say things change, but they really stay the same.
They always say the same.
We are going throwback today.
All right.
We're going to go. I'm talking about 7 years, 3 years, 4 years. I'm going way. We're digging deep.
TBT, Throwback Thursday.
Throwback Thursday. We got some friends on the set that I want to introduce you to shortly. Some are family, and some are going to be family, and then we got new family on the set as well.
Got a lot of, today's definitely a Throwback Thursday. I'm so excited that I didn't know who was coming, and on our second camera, you're going to see our very long time and close friend. We've got Carol Casorla, a.k.a. Connecticut. So every time you hear us refer to Connecticut, here she is in the flesh, in the studio, in AMP2 TV Studios in Boca Raton.
So everybody has a bell. I want you to lift your bell. And give Miss Connecticut
so excited. Thank you for that surprise.
You didn't know?
I had no idea. And I just said yesterday, I said, we should invite Connecticut for Friday. And here you are.
Ta-da!
Thursday. So
here I am.
TBT, she was our board op, and we were at WBZT at iHeart back in the day.
True.
Do you still have your token heart?
I do.
Your gratitude coin? We have something new. We have taken it and we've expanded on that gratitude coin. So 4 years ago when Freddie and I were at iHeart, Carol ran our radio board. And she was our third voice, and hence we now have Teddy as our third voice. Teddy's the voice I have in my head all the time, which is kind of scary. And we always wanted to find a token to pay it forward to people. So we have created these. So everyone gets a hope heart. We call them the hope hearts. And
you can grab it. It ain't going to bite you.
You can go to
She's looking at you like, what do I do with this?
And you get to register it. And when someone needs a little hope and gratitude, you can pay it forward. And we see just how far hope can travel.
Oh, cool.
What'd you get?
I got It's Okay.
There you go.
And you know what? That's what I'm doing now. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's
and
okay.
We've got Sharon, Sam I Am Karaoke.
But that's not her name.
Her name is Sharon Up.
Sharon. But we got Sharon.
I got Hope.
Hope.
Nice.
And Tony?
Peace is within you.
And that is true.
That is true.
From what I know of you, peace is definitely
That is
within
very
you.
true. Tony hit the nail on the head on that one.
Amazing. What a day. We had some meetings today with some other longtime friends that had inspired Connecticut back in the day. You always said to me, her reverse engineering inspired you, and
True.
They both were in here today.
You know what I like about Connecticut? I mean, we did a lot of stuff. Remember the time we were on the ship, and you and me here, we had on the boat,
Oh my
and we
God.
had to
Yeah,
carry
we
the
did.
stuff on and off. Was that the funniest thing you've ever
That
seen?
was fun. That was
for
fun.
Becky, and Becky's show is tonight, so we're still doing the Becky and Boca show, yeah.
But some of the things that we experience with Connecticut has languages. She speaks different languages.
It's accents, not languages.
And she speaks all sorts of
You
stuff.
always liked her French accent.
The French
best.
accent, yeah.
Yes.
And we used to have a lot of fun with Connecticut.
True.
And I called her Connecticut because I couldn't remember her name. What else is new?
Day one. You
I
gave
didn't
me
know
the
if you
name
were
day
from-
one.
Are you even from Connecticut?
I am, Norwalk.
Yeah, and you had you have the
Darling, I'm from Norwalk. Come on.
So we used to do this. So the first time we did these voices, she did about 6 or 7 of them. Remember the Russian lady and all that?
Oh, yeah.
So because the show was new and people were listening to the show, they used to say, how do you get all these people here on the show? And I go, what are you talking about? And it was all the voices that you were doing.
Oh, boy.
That was hilarious. But we had fun with that.
A lot of fun, and you're not at iHeart anymore. You're moving on to bigger and better and new opportunities.
God bless. Yes. Amen.
But in the meantime, I'm so glad you're here with
She
us.
looks exhausted.
I am
You
exhausted.
look exhausted.
I
I
am.
texted her a couple of months ago, I think when your dad passed. And
Yes.
She said, you're the little show that could.
It's
and
true.
I think of you all the time, the little show that could, and here we are, we keep going.
You remember when we first started and we had less? Less was more.
Of course. How could I forget? He had a cowbell. No, he didn't have a cow. He had the front desk bell that he kept ringing.
The little stupid thing.
Yeah.
Like this little,
and he
that
broke
little
it.
thing?
He did break it.
He broke it.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
That was, and I remember people at work were asking me around the studio, around the programming, what are these people about? I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm having fun.
It's funny, but they all wanted to come on.
Some of them, and then the one that did not.
Right,
the
that's
one,
okay.
the particular one, but she isn't even there anymore. So
She's
remember the
not?
one with the pizza, the one that our own pizza Nazi who didn't want you guys to have
No
pizza.
food. We couldn't have any food there, remember?
Jeez,
You have to sneak the food from the kitchen in the little cups.
She's actually at Beasley.
Is that who that is?
No, she's not.
She happens to be a good.
Is that her? Yes, she is.
No, we're thinking of different
Two
people.
different people. Yeah,
Two
I don't think she was the
people.
pizza person.
Okay. And how you doing? Anyway, Carrie and Sherry, and if you've seen today's show, you want to change the subject, please share it out because we did a great job yesterday. We're
Nice
very happy
segment.
with that.
Great job yesterday. And tomorrow we're having our holidays, holiday happenings headshots with Danielle Boujon Photography. And it's our way and her way of saying thank you. So come on out. Anyone that's worked with the cafe for the past however many years, Danielle is doing a big thank you and giving free headshots. So come on out dressed in whatever you want.
And I just want you to
Just come
know,
dressed.
I have no idea of what the hell she's talking about. All I am doing is trying to get cameras and stuff in here. People are asking me, the people are showing up. I have no idea of who's coming.
We have no idea.
You may have people outside in the parking lot here. I have no idea what you're doing. I just want you to know.
I don't either.
Well, don't say that because somebody has to know what you're the one that put this whole thing together.
Why? It's just going to evolve organically like it does every day here.
Jackie, you gonna be here tomorrow?
No.
I'm gonna go to your job because I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
But we have truly the most amazing crew. Jackie's already gone to the dollar store. Hector's working on your commercial actually for the Wellness Reboot Cruise. So Hector's in there and we're shooting a new spot tomorrow. Tiffany's walking around with a can of paint.
No, that's not a can of paint.
Okay.
That's a coffee can.
As a coffee can.
She is the official coffee.
That
model.
looks like a can of paint.
She,
The compostable
The
coffee.
compostable
yes, we're gonna
coffees.
pour it
Once
into.
they're opened and transferred into the.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we're all about recycling and reusing.
Because we're using it mañana. That's right. Because that's the way we roll.
Absolutely. Our second studio still needs a name, and I think we've got some crew in there. You're working with Wendy as far as doing that for tomorrow,
Are
and
you doing the voiceovers or she's doing them?
Wendy's going to do her own video
She's doing her own
Oh.
video at 9.
at 9 o'clock
I'm
tomorrow morning.
excited. I'm going to tune in.
So we got a lot going on. Teddy, thank you. You're going to be with me here tonight because tonight we're running double studios. It's going to be the first time we've done this on our night productions.
I will light a candle.
We're going to be doing dual studios. I'm telling you, the Jewish girl that crosses herself. It's all good.
Listen.
That's what happens when you work with Freddie for 5 years.
Now, did you see? We're gonna get to Sam I Can in a second, but did you see?
Sam, I can.
Sam I Can.
Sam, I am.
And
Green, do you like
I
green
can,
eggs and ham?
I can, and green eggs and ham. Did you see how I posted this little cow guy figure on our cafe
I love
Facebook?
this. Yes.
And did you see all the freaking hits he got? He got more hits than the show. Did you see this? And I'm looking at this guy, and
Have
he's
you
here.
read his tagline?
Yeah. It says, not just for cattle anymore, branding.
Do you know what that means?
Yeah, you used to brand cattle. You know that I used to brand cattle
Of course you do.
in Puerto Rico.
He's
But
done it all.
It doesn't change, right?
Done it all.
But do you know why I brand them?
What?
So if they steal them, you can find them.
And there you have it.
It's like a tattoo.
We've had our DJ. You've got him in the timeout corner over there. DJ Food Joe.
Better.
Fed Joe.
We should give the two of you mics. I don't know why you're just sitting there with no mic.
Brady, let's give them some mics. But this is amazing.
Just want to look good.
And they do.
Yeah,
And they
because
look
we're gonna have a
fabulous.
lot of subject matter that we're gonna be talking about here. And I'm glad you're here because Sam I Am can and
Sam
will.
I Am.
You do
You know her name?
karaoke.
It's Sammy Am. Sam I Am karaoke.
It's been 7 years. I don't know
How do you
names
know
for
her?
7 minutes.
It is Sam.
How did I
How do you
meet
guys even know each
On
other?
Facebook.
I think Freddie walked into one of my shows.
No.
Probably.
I walked into your opening night, but I didn't meet you that way. Me and my son met you, I think, on Facebook, and you were a new business. This is when woman empowerment was not a thing. When she was starting out, it wasn't a big deal. And I says, wow, woman in power, and she's starting a business, and you started from scratch.
And then you came to my bar.
And then I went that
started
night.
From scratch
Where was your bar?
also. In Hollywood.
You don't have it anymore.
I sold it.
That'd be kind of fun.
But you brought it up and sold it, which was still an
I
advancement.
bought a pretty wrecked place, fixed it up, painted it up, bought all new equipment and ran a bar, a pretty successful bar.
And the karaoke business, how's it doing? Is it
Excellent.
It's thriving, right? Because it's inexpensive entertainment. I mean, you go there, you have a few beers, and you sing, and people love singing. And you got a lot of singers in here.
Everybody likes.
We're gonna have some singers. He's laughing at me because I did a little studying on you, and I know you sing. And I asked Jackie to sing.
I don't sing.
You know you sing.
No, I've never sang in front of you. I've never told you I sang.
You don't sing in front of me doesn't mean you don't sing.
Yeah, that's always a first time.
I sing in the shower, but that's about it.
Ortiz sings. I know that for a fact.
Joe, do you sing?
You gotta turn off the mic on him.
Sure, let's
You sing.
do it.
I know
Let's
you
do
sing.
it. Yes.
And I know that Jackie sings. I know Tony sings.
I know Teddy sings. If we actually loosen her up, Teddy's going to sing.
And Connecticut has a very good voice,
Yes, she does.
but she only sings in French.
Connecticut does sing. No
You do
doubt.
What?
Did you ever hear the time that you were singing in the radio booth and you left the mics open and Dawn and I were listening to you singing there, and I went to Dawn, don't say nothing, and you were singing, and I wish I had a camera on you, man. It was hilarious.
I used to hide out in the radio booth with Connecticut when Freddie and Les used to go at Lowe's. I'd run, I go, gotta go, and because it was soundproof, and all you could see was this, and the mouth moving,
Yes, true.
and the arms flying, and the arms going like this, and I would hide out in her radio room when you guys would go to Blows.
True that, we used to argue a lot. I had
We'd go to commercial, I'd leave.
we have the TV in the warehouse now working in the theater, and that camera was on Dawn, and there was music, and you see Dawn singing.
I didn't know you were voyeuring
I
me.
call everybody over, so we're all watching. Right? We were watching her on the outside monitor,
Be
and she's
careful.
doing this whole thing.
And you guys heard a lot. I know.
You got to be careful in this place. There are cameras.
There's
everywhere.
cameras everywhere. That's what you got to forget. I know. We forget.
But I know Tony sings. No, I know you sing. They told me that you've sung on Broadway and everything else. Is that true?
No, I don't sing on Broadway.
You don't sing, but you sang.
Well, I could
Here it comes.
do a little karaoke, but that's about it.
We should do some karaoke.
We're gonna do some karaoke. We got judges in the house.
Teddy, I'm going to ask your mom if you sing. Ellen, does she sing?
Yes, you sing. Just sing badly, but that's okay.
Be nice.
I sing horribly. I'm horrible. Oh my God.
We have a friend of yours who is actually on the VMix, I think. We're going to try that out also. We've
Okay.
got Leaf with us, Becker.
Yes.
And let's talk about the Wellness Reboot Cruise. It is coming, 4 weeks already?
4 weeks away.
That's
Coming
unbelievable.
up fast.
And where is this
January
cruise
18th
going?
through 20th.
18th through the 20th from Port of Palm Beach to Nassau, Bahamas. And we're going to have a lot of fun on the island as well.
And it's all about health.
Health and wellness, little financial wellness as well. We got a little bit of everything going on for
Oh,
everyone.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, we'll have someone on here another time, but we got a fantastic speaker in that spot as well.
Tell us about the speakers. It's January 18th through 20th, and it goes to Nassau, Bahamas. The price is amazing, $525 for everything.
All inclusive.
The speakers, the food, the cabin.
Correct.
It
Taxes,
leaves-
gratuities, port charges.
So you got 2
everything.
days and 2 nights, really.
Correct. We're excited. As you're going to hear from Leaf in a moment, Leaf is a world record holder in martial arts in broken boards. And he's going to do a presentation on breaking barriers and tying the whole weekend together for us. So I'm excited for you to hear from him in a few moments as well.
Breaking barriers. So we're talking about what? When we're
Mentally.
talking
Jackie?
And some boards as well. We're going to do a little bit of board breaking while we're there as well.
Board breaking.
Yes.
It's
He took me through a program a few years ago, and I was able to look at my board 2 years later. You kind of write down some things that you'd like to see happen in your life 12 months from then. On the other side, you take what might challenge you to get those goals, and then you go up and you break the board in front of everyone.
It's funny because when you break a board, there's a technique to it so you don't break your hand, right?
Correct.
So I'm watching this guy in the video that you sent us, and is he on? Yep. Let's put him up. And I'm watching this guy. He's not breaking a board.
Hey, Leaf, how you doing?
He's breaking a ton of
great.
boards. I mean, one after
Good
the
to see
other.
you guys.
Leaf, make sure that you talk. You can unmute your computer.
I can hear him. I think it's just.
We have to turn the speaker up.
All right. So see in the speaker number 3. See if you can.
Plug me in.
Can you hear me
Let's
now?
see if.
And look, this is our first time using VMix in our
I
studio.
know. I didn't even think it was
You
going to
talk about breaking barriers. When my son was little, we put him in karate because his temper was just beyond. And he got to break boards. And I remember it was like his 6-year-old birthday party. They all got to break boards. I think I still have those boards.
Yeah.
And up here.
Because it was so amazing. Talk about breaking barriers and giving self-confidence to a child. What it must do for an adult, because we all get stuck in our head.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what the Wellness Reboot Cruise is for, right? It's to get us to the next step.
Okay. Okay.
We want to help you take advantage of going after your goals, but putting an emotional attachment to going after your goals as well. So that's what Leaf is going to kind of bring home to us. It's just exciting. I looked at my board 2 years later, and I pretty much was astonished at what I wrote on my board and what's taken place. It was spot on.
Well, when did you meet Leaf, and how did you even break a board? This was before your cruise last year.
Oh, yeah. We met Leaf before I even had the whole Reboot Cruise concept. We met in D.C. about 2 years ago in August of 2017, and I went through his workshop, and literally I wrote some things down, and I totally forgot what I wrote down on that board until it came out of the box 2 years later, and I looked at it, and it was literally spot on. It was scary.
What type of things did you write?
I wrote some family things. I wrote some, some things I wanted to accomplish with my grandmother, and wrote down where I wanted to live. I wrote down some financial goals, multiple streams of revenue, just a couple things that I wanted to see happen in my life. And when I looked at that board, I didn't even remember writing those things down 2 years ago. And I looked at that board, and they happened. And it was pretty scary to me.
It's amazing to me. I kind of wish Wendy was still here, because it's so much of her reverse engineering, and it's so much of what we talk about vision boards. This is literally a board.
A piece of wood.
So let's talk to Leaf. Jack, you'll just man the speaker for us.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Leaf, welcome. This is
How
the
are
first
you
time
guys?
you're using this platform in our new
Let's see if we
studio.
can raise that piece up there without popping our ears. You may have to lower our gains and increase his.
Leaf, where are you located?
I am in Knoxville, Tennessee. Just moved down from Connecticut.
I hear him. He just moved down from Connecticut.
Well, that's a good one.
I did.
Hear him.
We have to get our sound through.
All right, so why don't we do it the other way then? Leaf, can you pick up a phone? Is he in the country?
Yeah, he's in the country.
Let's give him the phone
Lower
number.
it down.
You can lower it. Leaf, we're going to give you a phone number to call in. So you're going to do this and call in on the phone, and we'll be able to hear you.
I can do that.
He says he can do that.
All right, 888-994-4995.
All right, now.
And we're going to give that a
Yeah,
try.
turn that on.
And Freddie, while you work that, we're going to keep chatting over here. And tell us, Tony, then about the boards and how all of this came to be. And then the next step, you did a cruise a year ago already?
Well, we did a cruise in April, but Leaf has been on my mind for about literally 2 years. I hadn't seen my board in those 2 years, but he had just been on my mind because he was such a powerful speaker, and I knew that my crowd would get a lot of energy and juice from a guy that's broken 487 boards in 1 minute. He's broken 12,120 boards in a 24-hour period. So he holds those records in the Guinness Book. And not just that aspect of it, it's not just because he's the biggest, strongest man out there, it's because of his mind. So I just felt like his mindset would help folks come on our cruise and really pound down what they're trying to do with their goals, and get them excited for the next cruise, and have him kind of get them emotionally excited to attach themselves to their goals that way.
And I've seen him on the Today Show. I've seen him walk through what they call it outside when they go through the plaza.
Times Square, I guess?
And they call it the plaza on the Today
Plaza.
Show. And he just goes all the way down. He broke the Guinness Book, and like boom, boom, boom. And you've got him as your keynote on this cruise. That's unbelievable.
Well, and I didn't talk to Leaf we've kept in touch on Facebook, obviously, but I haven't had a phone conversation with him until this summer. And I said, I just did a cruise. You've been on my mind for the last 90 days since that cruise, and I want to talk to you about doing my next cruise. And we just decided to keep the conversation going. And pretty much from July through November, we did this. It was like once a month phone calls. But it was when I found my board in October, and I said, Leaf, I just found my board. I haven't seen it since I met you, and what is written on here and what's happened, it's an unbelievable story. So I was like, I think this is just aligning us that we have to have you as the keynote speaker. So let's make it happen. Let's make it happen and see what it takes to make it happen.
How many people are you looking to bring on the cruise?
At least 200. We're excited to get a couple hundred people on this so we can get them excited to help spread that ripple effect to get more people on the summer cruise.
And what are some of the other things? So you're going to have Leaf. We're doing wellness. You're doing emotional, financial. That's tremendous.
Yeah, we're going to have someone speak about soulful eating. We have a vegan athlete that's
What
going
is
to...
soulful eating?
Soulful eating is eating with gratitude and just a way of being thankful to know that you're putting the proper things in your body. So when you're putting junk in your body knows it, you know it. But when you're thankful for the lifeblood of real food, whole food, that's going to make a difference in the way you sleep, the way you move about your day, and in the way you treat other people. And that's what we want to have happen.
You know, we've talked, and I know Carol goes way back with us about being grateful for so many things that we have. I remember your grandmother, and we used to laugh when Latino culture is when you had an aging parent, you just gave them food and a TV. But truly, if you go back to culture, people would bless their food and you say grace, and it changes the vibration of the food. If we could get back, you too, in your family, it changes the vibration of the food.
Yeah, in my family, we never really did that. My mom always wanted to incorporate it, but it was always when I was younger. My parents were divorced, so it was going back from household to household, and it was. My mom says it was hard enough to get us back into the routine. But my cousins did it, and they would. Their faces were like astonished after they did it, and they were ready to eat. And I think it changed the whole vibration of the table, like the way that they communicated with each other. There were no cell phones at the table. That's my biggest pet peeve. So that was always nice to do.
But it's being grateful, and this is really the time of year, and we go into 2020, and we want to say, you know what? Let's reassess. Let's make some changes and adjustments. Leaf, we're going to get you on there just working on your sound.
Leaf, we just moved into this place like 4 weeks ago, and we're setting, as you're here, we're
The
setting up
TV's
stuff
sitting on a
around-
folding table, but we're getting there.
So we're getting there. They're working it out.
We've got soulful eating. You're talking about financial
Wellness as well. Using
The last one just hit past.
chakras to balance any sort of blocks or unblock any sort of blocks you may have
Even in
towards
finances?
money. Yeah.
Really?
So we're going to have financial wellness workshop on the boat as well.
How does that happen?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be in the audience just like everyone else, but we have an expert who I've picked to come in and express this beautiful way of changing the way you see money in your life. And just get rid of those blocks using meditation and yoga and those sorts of things. So it's going to be called Financial Chakras.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's not in there.
And Connecticut, you do a lot, and Sharon, just pipe in. I know you worked with Sarah Spiritual and chakras and the angels. And
Yes.
what does this all sound like to you?
Very appealing. I've been thinking about what is blocking me from making more money. And this sounds very appealing to me, this workshop, this cruise.
It's going to be a little bit of karmic currency going on the boat for
Very
sure.
nice.
So in addition to the physical, we're going to have the boot camp. We're even going to have boot camp for couples. That's going to be led by India Paulino, 3-time Arnold Classic champion. And we're going to also have Tai Chi. So we'll have a little bit of mind, body, and soul activities, but then we got to have the workshops to cover all other aspects of your life.
Love it.
I had 2 cousins deal with depression a couple years ago. So, I said, on my cruise, I think we need to cover mental health.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We got to cover everything. I just kind of looked and saw, or asked myself, what would I want on a cruise that's a wellness cruise? And pretty much came up with the idea that I would want one of everything.
Is that amazing? When you plan the event, you can plan it around what appeals to you, and you know what appeals to you will appeal to so many.
I hope so.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get Leaf on the phone. We're going to talk more with Sam I Am and Carol Casorla. We've got Tony Twyman from the Wellness Reboot Cruise. I tell you, our phone lines are open, but they're occupied at the moment, so stay tuned, and we'll be right back. If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
As we age, our stem cells decline in their ability to heal our bodies. Imagine a patch that could activate your stem cells and reset them to a younger, healthier state. No supplements, nutrients, or drugs enter your body. Activate your stem cells with this patented phototherapy. Benefits include the support of wound healing, rapid pain relief, increased energy, better sleep, reduced stress, sharper mental focus, and an overall feeling of youthful vitality. When you're at your best, you experience the world differently. Contact us at 561-929-1627. For a free consultation to help you feel your best, activate your own stem cells with this affordable patented phototherapy. Call today, 561-929-1627.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with a PhD in neuroscience Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit. To be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle. To take your dinner to...
Now we're like so bell-worthy is all I can say.
Everybody's bringing it. I think we got it. I think we got Leaf on. Let's try. Leaf, are you there? Leaf. You gotta unmute him?
He's unmuted. Oh, wait. No, he's unmuted.
I don't know why. I heard him on the phone.
Maybe you have to hang this up.
We're going to keep chatting. Hopefully he's there. You there?
Leaf, say hello.
Ah! Yes!
All right. Hey.
I'll take it. Just turn up the sound. I'll take that for now.
We're going to take it. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh my gosh. Thank you for your patience.
You are in the wrong box over here, but we'll take it.
Thank you for your patience and your persistence. We truly, truly appreciate it.
How the hell did that happen?
We have moved. We've moved studios, and this is the first day we had TV's not even on the wall yet. It's on a folding table, but we wanted to be able to see because we're so excited what you and Tony are creating and it's breaking barriers. We're sitting here. It was a very long commercial break. We're talking to Carol and we're talking to Sharon about these barriers that we all have to overcome, from addiction to financial blockages to everything.
You know, when Tony came to me, and I've been, excited to hear everything you guys have been discussing, but, when Tony came to me and told me what he was putting together, it just got me so excited to be a part of what he is doing. Tony's bringing he's bringing the tools that everybody needs to create for themselves. I mean, he's creating the programs that everybody needs to dive into, especially in the new year, in 2020. And as we were talking the other day, this isn't a new year, this is a new decade. And what better way to get started in a new decade than to hit something like the Reboot Cruise? And I'm excited to be there Sunday night to keynote the wrap-up. And my goal that night is to take all the tools that Tony shared with his group and say, let's take the system that I've utilized over the past 20 years to accomplish world records and deliver the goals that you're looking to create for your life. So, super excited to be there.
Well, tell us about your story. I've seen you in the plaza on the Today Show breaking boards, literally breaking the Guinness Book of World Records, but that's something totally different than you're doing on this cruise.
Well, really, yeah, what I'm bringing to the cruise is what I learned from those world records. Each one I accomplished took about 7 years of my life. And it was through that I just realized what it takes to accomplish things that maybe our mind doesn't even first conceive as even possible. When you go out and say, okay, I'm going to break boards, first it was the most boards in a minute. And that happened just because I was watching somebody on ESPN do it out of Orlando, Florida. Long story short, that was the guy I had to go beat. And after 4 attempts in 7 years, I was able to accomplish that. I said, let's blow this out of the water. And, you know, we did it for a minute, but nobody's ever tried it for a day.
Your hand must
7 years later, there we were in Times Square for 24 hours, busting boards, 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock the next morning. And, yeah, it was a bit painful.
I bet it was.
Well, what is it? Is it about breaking mental barriers?
That's what it's all about. Yeah, it's not just the physicality of what was happening, but it was how do you keep yourself in that mindset to accomplish what you really want.
Well, how do you? Let's ask you that then.
Moments ago, which is it's emotionally tying ourselves to what we want to accomplish. You know, it's more than just waking up and we're going through the holidays now. We're thinking, you know, just past the holidays and saying, what do I want the new year to be all about? You know, but it's more than taking a mental note. It's how do I emotionally connect myself to what I want to accomplish. And it all goes back to the Reboot Cruise. That's exactly what Tony's bringing together. And I said, this is right on task with what people really need. And it's really coming out nowadays. I work with a lot of neuroscientists because they understand as well. It's not just what we think, but what we feel is going to get us to where we want to go.
You know, Tony, it's important because reboot means starting over, right?
Yes.
And I understand the concept here because you're doing mind over matter. I mean, his hand was probably the size of the Incredible Hulk when he finished that 24 hours. Yeah. But it takes a lot of mental strength to be able to accomplish. So if you walk away even with a little bit of change in your life, it's an accomplishment.
Well, we always like to tell people start where you are and accept where you are. And from there, you can reboot. You can start over and take the new cheat sheet that you've been given and take this blueprint and move forward instead of looking backward and being kind of, down on yourself, so to speak. It's time to move forward. That's been happening, that's happened, but right now, start where you are, accept it, and that's humbling yourself to move forward.
And you've got a captive audience, so you're there for 2 days and 2 nights, surrounding yourself by like-minded people. You know, you're not doing this for an hour, going to your therapist, and then going home and life hitting you hard again.
You are surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals and new accountability partners. So the attraction that's happening because you all got on this boat to begin with, that's the start. Now you're shaking hands, you're giving hugs, you're sharing tears, and you're getting this blueprint to move forward, but you're also getting that accountability partner that you can come back and say, all right, what are we going to look like, not just physically, but what are we going to look like mentally, spiritually on the next Reboot Wellness Cruise?
And you did this last year?
Did it in April.
And how did it go, and what are you changing this year?
I'm changing the intensity. We want to, like the movie Speed, we want it to just take off right away and just be fast forward and moving fast throughout the whole cruise. So we're just going to up the energy a little bit more and continue with a little bit more movement, but also continue to work on folks' spirituality and mentality.
And it's interesting. So what are some of the topics you're going to be talking about, Leif, as the keynote?
Well, I can give you, one of the roads we're going to go down is, and it goes back to our life's ambitions and our life's journeys, and I shared this before, but, we live with a passion within ourselves, and one of the things I came to realize, because it is a breaking barriers thing, we're not only going to talk about what we want to achieve, but we're going to talk about how to overcome the challenges. And there's probably something that each one of us really wants to achieve within our life. And I found that there's three main factors, and we're going to talk about these a little bit on the trip. It's, okay, do I have the time to achieve what I want to do? Do I have the resources? And do I have the knowledge? Because usually it's one of those three things, or two, or all three, that hold us back from where we really want to go. You know, we hold these dreams and we say, I just don't have the time. Or I just don't have the money, which would be one of the resources we go into on the event. Or I just don't understand, I don't have the knowledge. We're going to dive deeply into the psychology of what our mind's saying to ourselves that really holds us back. Because again, Tony's going to, with his team, give everybody the tools they need. And I'm looking forward to jumping at the end saying, here's the system now. Take the tools you've been given, and here's the system I use for world records and other large events. Utilize these. And again, breaking the barriers of the I don'ts is just going to be one of the components we go down and discuss.
Well, let me ask you all this. We talked to Sharon a little bit. We go on this cruise and we get motivated and we're ready to go, and you go home and everyone says, can't do that. Why would you think you can do that? You can't break that barrier. And for 24 hours, you're good. You go, I got this. 2 days, and then next thing you know, it's a week later, and your support system is not so supportive. How do we break through those barriers when we're on our own? Is it the accountability buddy, Tony, or how do we do that?
Leaf, I'll let you handle that a little bit in detail, but again, what we want to do is to have sustainable alignment when we're on the cruise. And that's getting rid of the distractions, you know, whether it's the cell phone like she was talking about at dinner. We want to create the community. The community helps with the accountability partners. And those accountability partners were on that cruise. So you really want to align with those folks that you're on the cruise with. And when you guys leave, you got to hold each other accountable. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Leaf, what do you want to add to that?
Oh, I just want to agree with it. It's about how, you know, I think one of the things that will be addressed, I know it will, is how to sustain it. It's what it's all about. And it's a big deal. Again, each one of the world records I did took 7 years. And, you know, you mentioned seeing the Today Show video footage, and I'll share this on the cruise, was 6 weeks after I was on the Today Show and we all of a sudden were recognized nationally for our efforts, the project fell apart.
Really?
That was 3 years of my life that I just watched disintegrate. And yet 3 years after that, 3.5 years after that, you found me in Times Square doing it. And we're going to go over that. What does it take when things crash and burn? What does it take when nobody's around and you have to look in the mirror that night and look at the day that you had, which was pretty rough? And we're going to go over that. We're going to back to the self-talk, back to saying, I can make this happen. I know I can because this is who I am. That's going to be ingrained this weekend at the Reboot Camp. I can promise you. It's going to be discovering the talents that we hold and how to maximize that, even when things go desperately wrong. And Tony, and I've listened to what he has coming in, that's what's going to make this such a success.
Tony, this cruise on January 18th through 20th, it leaves out of the port of Palm Beach?
Yes.
It sounds spectacular. And I want to ask Sharon, because during the commercial break, we talked about you had a few bumps along the way.
Serious bumps.
And you can share with what you want, but you kept going. You had a motivation?
Well, I think more than accountability is that acceptance. You have to accept that this is where you're at. And I mean, in life, everything, you either accept it or you don't. And if you don't accept it, then you're left spinning in that circle. For me, I was motivated to change my life, to be a part of my son's life, and to have family again. And I've hit numerous bumps along the road since then, and it's just that focus. And acceptance is so much a part of it. Just knowing who you are, where you're going, and it's not so much when you're out, it's that alone time and learning how to focus on what can you do to make it better. And I think my success has been knowing where I'm failing and to change it. I spent so much of my life in denial.
The alone time, I think, is the hardest, because when you're busy, if you're going to work and you're sustaining a job or you're going to school, you're focused in that moment on that. It's those quiet times that we know we have to get us to the next space that can be great or they can be terrifying. Are we going to address that too, Leaf?
No, it's funny. You're right on point when you're talking about this. I mean, we look at things in so many ways, and you know, again, another key thing we're going to be talking about, and Tony's creating this in the Reboot Cruise, is there's 4 key components to what Tony's doing. he's asking all his participants to come on board, and when they do, we want to create a sense of balance. And you were just talking about that between work and the roles and responsibilities we have. We're just so unbalanced as individuals. So step one is balance, and then when Tony gets everybody balanced on that ship and says, hey, we're going to do this together, the next thing is, and this is Tony's job and his team's job, is let's create alignment. Let's be aligned in what it is we want to do, because that's going to sustain our balance. And then we're going to get ourselves directed, and at the end of it, when we go through my discussion on Sunday night, it's all about finalizing the execution point. And these are the 4 key components Tony's bringing to the Reboot Cruise. We're going to balance, we're going to align ourselves, we're going to understand and solidify the direction we want to take, and then finalize, we're going to direct ourselves right towards that execution point towards what we want to achieve. And if we can do those 4 things, and you were just talking about it with balance, but those are the 4 components to success. Balance, align, direct, and execute, and you'll get there.
And Kara, you've made a lot of changes since we've seen you.
True.
Does this resonate with you?
Yes.
What about?
Well, I made a conscious decision to leave my last job. And so I've had a lot of downtime. You get inside your head when it's quiet. And it gets chatty, it gets noisy. And I feel like I've lost my focus. I had a focus. Okay, I'm leaving. This is what I'm going to do. And now I feel like I needed to be here today because I think I want to go on this cruise. And I need to reboot. I'm loving what I'm hearing. I feel better already. I came in here like, I don't know about today. Now I'm feeling
you just need to work with us again.
Seriously. Seriously. I feel better already.
You look better.
I know.
When she walked in here a couple hours ago, she looked a little, Freddie told, Freddie's so away with words. So you look terrible. Happy birthday. Another one? I don't know. He says you look tired. Who says that to someone on air?
That's Freddie. It's okay.
But
we have that kind of.
Then we say Happy Valentine's Day. We're going to start the Freddie greeting card line is what it is. Those things you don't want to send to your very best people. But you're smiling, and you can see it just a change of a shift.
Just talking about it and hearing it and the energy. My new boyfriend, he is all about Abraham Hicks and about the power of what you what is it, the law of attraction. So it makes so much sense to be around people that have this kind of attraction, that are looking for the same goal to better oneself. I feel better. I'm telling you, I feel better already. Thank you, God.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
See, and your mission, Tony, and Leaf, everything Leaf sitting there with a smile, what you've created is so tremendous, and it hasn't even happened yet. We all have a month to get our reservations and to do this.
Yes. We're excited. You can go to rebootcruise.com and buy your tickets.
Nice.
You will not regret this. You will be extremely happy that you were there.
So you go directly to the website. What about cabins? How many people per cabin?
The $525 price is based upon double occupancy. So if you want your own room, just reach out to me via email, or phone numbers on the website as well, and I can work with you to get your own solo cabin.
And that's rebootcruise.com. And what are some? You're going to be speaking both days, Leaf?
No, just the Sunday night. He's the Sunday night. I'm sorry.
And how long?
We're there to put the system into place with all these great programs Tony's bringing on the cruise. I'm there just to say, here's the way we can bring it all together. And back to what we said, it's all about sustaining it once we step off the ship. That's really the starting point for us all after we've been given the tools.
That's really the key, because once you get the tools, and we're so grateful and say, in our mind, we've got this, it's the sustaining it until the next one, and the next one will level up on this one, correct?
Correct.
Because there's another one coming. So don't think after January you're on your own. There's more to come.
We want to take care of you for life.
Nice. It's about changing life, and everyone and you said to me, starting where you're at. So it doesn't matter whether you're just beginning this journey, you're trying to get to the next step of your journey, you're a successful entrepreneur. It's for everybody.
It's for everyone. I don't care where you are. You're going to be shown love. You're going to be shown how loved you are no matter where you're at.
It's remarkable. You want to go to commercial break, Teddy? Leaf, you're going to stay and join us some more?
I'm right here.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with the Reboot Wellness Cruise. Let's talk to Sam Mayan. We're going to talk to Sharon a little bit more, and we will be right back.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds, with all your contact information in one place. including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with a PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. I've got Jeanette joining us while Freddie is moving furniture. So he's getting ready for the next event that we're doing here at 2:30. So there's a lot of moving parts, so just bear with us. But I'm glad Jeanette's joining us because we're talking about this Wellness Reboot Cruise that's happening January 18th through the 20th from the Port of Palm Beach to Nassau. And it's about leveling up everything, mind, body, spirit, finances, breaking barriers.
Totally.
And Jeanette has been working with us for a couple weeks already.
Yeah.
And here's this brainstorm, and we're going to put Leaf up, alkalining your body.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And something you said so simply in passing a few weeks ago was baking soda, a quarter teaspoon of baking soda in water changes your alkalinity. Leaf's looking at us with this like cross brow, like, huh? Does that make any sense to you?
Oh, you can't hear him.
We got to put the mic back to there. But tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it's, your body really runs best with alkalinity, and you're in an oxygenated environment, diseases can't really manifest or grow as easily. So, in fact, Otto Warburg in 1934 won the Nobel Peace Prize for medicine because he found out that cancer can't exist in an oxygenated system. Well, that's alkalinity. So, the easiest way to become alkaline is with baking soda. It's a half a teaspoon.
I gotta up my dosing then of my baking soda.
It just should be slightly salty, but especially when you're drinking during the holidays and you're going home at night, the best thing to do is to become alkaline overnight. Your body's detoxing at night, and to drink that baking soda water right before you go to bed, because by morning you'll be alkaline.
Do we have Leaf on sound, guys? Leaf, you there? No.
This makes so much sense. I know a 91-year-old woman who swore a teaspoon of baking soda a day is what kept her healthy all her life. And she was, this is somebody who has seen the turn.
Hello.
Slavery. And she was not able to go to doctors.
Yeah.
And baking soda, she believed wholeheartedly in it. And she was 91 and sharp as a tack and healthy.
Have you ever heard of this, Tony?
No, this is a first for me.
A 65-cent box of baking soda.
It's amazing.
Pull up a chair, Freddie. Enjoy the conversation. I see that. We're talking about baking soda, and we're still trying to get Leaf back. We lost Leaf, so we're trying to get him back on the phone. She's working on
aliens.
that. So it's a half a teaspoon twice a day?
People who are worried about diseases, worried about infections, things that they've got some some physical concerns should be on it every day or during the day, or people who are extremely stressed. It's a way for the body to start relaxing even if they mentally can't.
How often?
At least at night before you go to sleep. But
Twice a day.
But yeah, you could
Twice a
you
day.
could do it twice a day. You could do it all day.
You
Depending on what's
got
going
to
on
do
in
it.
your life.
You got to do it twice a day. Let me tell you why. If you tell people to do it once a day,
They may be
you
able to-
skip every other day.
Yeah.
Like when you said to me, do it once a day, I Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I say, if I do it twice a day, which I do now. Now let me tell you what the problem is. I'm sleeping by 9:30. 9:30. In New York, I got up to go out at 10 o'clock at night, and I can't keep my eyes open after 9:30.
Yeah.
It is the most amazing thing I have ever seen with this.
Because it does relax your body.
But you know what she told me, which I didn't realize? It helps regulate your hormones if your body's alkaline. So everyone who's got thyroid disease, and so many women I know have thyroid disease, if your thyroid isn't working right, it's not releasing any hormone. And then that just raises more stress and more cortisol. But this can help.
Right, because the thyroid, everybody's thyroid is constantly, or the brain is sending messages to constantly produce whatever it is we need. I mean, happiness is a hormone.
You got them back?
So it's a way, but as the thyroid makes it, it won't release if it detects that the body's in a hostile environment, which acidity is a hostile. And so it makes them and it doesn't ever release them.
Freddie, we're in a hostile environment.
What about for premenopausal women?
Indigestion.
Yeah.
It's great for indigestion.
Right, people who
sleeping.
have
Right.
acid reflux.
Yes.
So many conversations. What was your question, Carol?
What about for premenopausal women
My
like
favorite
myself?
subject.
Yes?
Yeah. Well, I don't, you can just try it.
Sorry.
I've never tried it for that. But alkalinity, I mean, baking soda is not something, well, it's what you can depend on if that's the only thing you're going to do. But the best thing to do is create an alkaline diet for yourself.
That's what I've heard.
And then if you, and then kind of augment it with the baking soda.
What's an alkaline diet look like?
Mostly plant-based.
Broccoli.
It's
Cauliflower.
Yeah, all
A little
the things
bit of
you don't
vegan?
like.
No corn.
Yes.
I got off the
you've
corn.
got the,
No
got the
white
list.
powder, no white potatoes.
Yeah.
Things that a diabetic shouldn't eat anyway, right?
Yeah,
but the
things that
difference
become
here,
sugar.
but let me tell you what the difference is. My sugar was 160 when I started the program. My sugar is 119, was 115 this morning. And I gotta tell you, I don't know what the hell is going on with my body. I am totally confused. But I'm not gonna stop taking it
Yeah.
because it works.
It's very simple too.
This is
right?
just from adding
So
baking soda?
simple.
Baking soda. Turn it until it clears up and you drink it. Now,
Yeah.
it tastes a little salty.
Right, but it's so simple and one of those things
So
that
simple.
it can't hurt. Let's try it.
Now, but you
And very
also have to
expensive.
follow a diet. You know,
Right.
you can't go out and have 15 sandwiches and a pizza and a bottle of Coke and think that it's not going to affect you. It's going to affect you. You have to be a little bit conscious. Got to reboot.
That's right. You got
That's what it comes down to. It's just about rebooting, taking it seriously, and doing it. So I told Dawn, try it. And she tells me you said you were falling asleep. The sleep of this thing is like amazing.
Yeah, because it calms the body.
It does. I do it every morning. First thing in the morning, that's what I take, and then I take
Although
the
I have
pill.
to tell you, maybe that's why I'm tired around 11 o'clock, because I'm doing it like 9. Maybe I just need to do a double dose at night and not do it during the day.
Well, you got to change the
just one.
formula.
Just
Just
one glass.
This
Oh, just
is
one
what I
glass.
mean about this one. A double dose. Wait, it's not liquor. You take it in the morning, take it
I
at
gotta do
night.
this. You go a double shot of baking soda.
Now, and I'm going to tell you the other aspect that I'm really surprised at is she looked at my blood. And
Oh,
she
you
didn't,
did?
Yes, and she did not find any liver problems.
When did you do that? At Leslie's?
Now, hold on. It doesn't matter when I did it. It matters that she did it. Now, I had to ask her to come on here.
You don't tell the truth.
No, I do.
You didn't tell me you did that.
I asked her to come on, but I wanted to see how it worked out. And she also, I had to twist her arm to come on here. There's a lot of stuff, political stuff going on with this whole thing. It's a new type of deal in her world to us. My medical doctors, I did talk to Dr. Hare. And I explained to him, it's not my liver, doc. It's not my liver. My diabetes is not my liver. There's something bigger and more of a problem in my colon, right? And you can see it in the groupings of my blood. Anyway, I don't want to get into me. What I'm talking about here is the system that she has going will work. And the things that they told me that it was is not. That's the scary thing about this. The metformin I'm still taking. I stopped taking the insulin, and I got a 115. So you explain to me why taking insulin I was a 160 for 2 years. Taking baking soda, I'm at 115 because of the other properties.
Something to be said about natural stuff, right?
Right.
It's so simple.
But you've also changed your diet, right? And you're doing a couple of other things, right?
Well, I changed my diet,
Right.
and you gave me the pills so that I can be more regular, as they say. And I'm gonna tell you something. There is no fact about
No,
that.
Because what we're doing is actually cleaning the colon. It's not just pushing it through. You're actually, in the product that you have 4 probiotics for the small intestines to repopulate them, and you have
Enzymes.
4 probiotics for the large intestine, as well as some other things in there that
The parasite
that
thing.
clean the walls.
That
which is
parasite
what
thing. I take a parasite medicine.
Well, do you guys know you know each other, right?
Yes.
Yes, Anthony's been to my home and had his blood analysis.
So you
done
did
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
And what did you discover?
I needed to work on my what was I needed more liver or more iron, I believe, right? And enzymes. I needed to up my enzymes in my body.
Most people do because the food that we're eating is not replenishing the enzymes.
Right,
Yeah.
the meat,
Yeah.
the red meat.
So yes, of course, I want her on the cruise.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's
We-
exactly where
we've
I'm
been
going with
talking.
this
We've
one.
And Dr. Lee also confirmed some of the things that I mentioned about the baking soda. Dr. Lee also confirmed about the parasite. She gave me something that tastes horrible, man. I'm going to tell you. That is the worst. I dread taking 2 drops of that stuff. But I have parasites in my blood, eating my blood cells, right?
You can see them.
And you can see them. And then one of them had 2 heads. I kid you not, one on each side. This is some of the reason that she didn't want me to come forward with this. I mean, this is my personal experience, not his.
You
It's
got
what's
a 2-headed
going on.
parasite in your blood?
Yes.
Yeah, you can. And sometimes I count them. Some people have. We count 5 different kinds, and that's why I don't want to just do it in front of everybody and have it on camera because somebody could be really grossed out. I mean, the person. It's there.
And what do you do about
those?
those parasites?
I'm taking a liquid.
Yeah, we have a Paragon.
And where do
that
they
gets
come
rid of
from?
them. Mostly from the gut, and somebody who has problems with their colon, or their gut system, their digestive system, a lot of times will have problems with parasites because part of the digestion problem is that they don't have enough hydrochloric acid in the stomach, and that's the first line of defense because the parasites are coming in on the food that's not
I was
cleaned
just going to
well.
say, it's
or
introduced in our food.
Right.
we
Well,
don't
that's just
develop
one
it.
of the ways. I mean, it also petting animals, walking
Right.
on grass.
I think I'm not going to eat
Washing your
anymore.
hands.
Yeah, no, it's.
Well,
I think I'm done
You know,
eating
you-
anything.
Somebody who's highly parasitic, which I've seen and it's rare, but somebody highly parasitic could just shake your hand and the
Yes.
eggs come off.
Ooh.
So.
And you put them in your eye,
Yeah,
or
you-
you pick your nose or
Right.
your ear,
We always touch
or
our
you
face.
bite your mouth.
So, yeah,
and the
so
mouth
just-
becomes a
I think it might
zone,
be
a
a
danger
commercial
zone, right? Your mouth. Now I gotta tell you, one of the things I want to bring up. She doesn't even know this. The reason that it triggered what she was talking about is I've told you time and time again. I took tetracycline when I was young for acne, a ton of it. I mean, I could fill trucks with what they gave me, and it destroyed my colon. And it brings on all sorts of stuff. And that stuff is what's giving me problems. It gives me the diabetes. But everybody told me it was my liver. And she found no liver damage in there. And doing what she's telling me, and I wish I can explain what it is that I feel. I am very upset with my life in the past because I was led down the wrong path of explanation. And this is one of the reasons I can't get her to come forward because she doesn't want us getting mad at doctors, and they do the job that they know.
They're doing what they're taught. They're doing what they know to try to help. But it's what you get to see in one drop of blood is things that are subclinical. There are things that they're not testing with the blood
They're not
samples
looking
that
for.
they get.
Well, I don't think the doctors back then had a lot of this technology, and
Right.
and we're not. My father was a doctor. There was a pill and a medicine for everything, and lots of antibiotics, and nobody realized we needed more probiotics and
Right.
natural things. When I spoke to my father about holistics, he would just give me the back of his head because medicine was everything.
Right.
It's totally different now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we should give it a chance and work hand in hand. And one of the reasons that I love what you're doing is it will wake up people just to listen. Just 5 minutes of listening can change your life.
It truly can. And one of the things that I like to tell people is, it's not your fault. Like you said, we've been led down the wrong road for so long. And of course, like I said, this whole Reboot Wellness Cruise was inspired because I watched my grandmother suffer the last couple of years of her life with cancer. We shouldn't have to live like that.
That's right.
But we're also given the wrong information when we're sitting around watching a television show. This Reboot Wellness Cruise is to get down nitty gritty and really give you the information that you need to go forward and live a happy, healthy life.
That's true, because the bottom line here is people's anxieties, ADD, all of these things. If you look at your blood grouping, my blood grouping is one piled on top of the other. There's no nutrients going into my cells. I mean, I was sitting there, I was floored because my cells are empty, right? And if I say something,
oxygen, yeah.
they lack oxygen. If you don't have oxygen in your cells, you're not going to digest. Things are going to fall off. The eventuality of this thing is the parts of my body are going to die off. How long do you think the body can live without oxygen? So, that being said, you got to get on this thing, and you got to get on this thing now if you're in my boat. Just talking for myself. I'm not saying the doctors are right, wrong, or indifferent, but I'm going to take this thing until the cows come home, because she's looking at it, and she's putting it right in front of you. There's no BS here. You go to a lab. Hopefully your lab work is your work and not hers. Let's start there.
Right.
All right, so you get the lab work done. They're looking for one thing. They're not looking for what she's looking at.
Correct.
They're going to give you a pill for that one thing. She doesn't do that.
And what's nice about having it at your disposal is you can come back and see the difference.
Wow.
So it's not, you don't have to guess whether.
And how often do you check it?
Typically the supplements are for a month. So people can come. I have clients that come back every month. I have clients that come back every 2 months. Some I don't see for 6 months. Anthony I haven't seen since he came.
I'm doing fine.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the service? What's the cost of this kind of service?
Well, I work with a few doctors. In fact, a very progressive one down in Miami called me to come in and work in her office because she realized she was testing and things were coming back normal, but her clients weren't feeling well. And she says it has to be something happening on a subclinical level that I can't see. So, so I work with those. I work with a doctor down in Miami, and then in Carmen Care here locally, and also out of my house. And it just depends on where you want to catch me.
And you're going to be part of this wellness cruise, perhaps?
I'm quite sure she'll be part of this wellness cruise. People need her service.
Yeah.
We want to give everyone the optimal methods of figuring out what's going on within their body as well. So that was one of my other goals, was to have different nutritional programs and products available that people probably have never heard of. One of my exciting things is I'm certified as a health coach, so I'm always at a wellness expo. But when I learn about a new product or service that the masses don't know about, I'm frustrated because that product can remove glyphosate out of your body, but why doesn't everybody know about that product? So I want to have these kind of things available on the cruise. So I'm always looking for unique products, nutritional products, and modalities to be available to my clientele.
Freddie, you should go on the cruise.
What?
You should go. You should go on the cruise.
I'm having a conversation.
You can be a spokesperson for all of these lifestyle changes.
Well, I asked her to come down because it's political. Give me 1 second. It's political with her because what she's doing is so out of the box.
Well, when did you start all of this?
About a week ago. And my sugar went from 160 to 119. Now it's 115. I don't know if it's because it's the only thing in my life that I've changed, because I was never a big, heavy drinker or nothing like that. But it's the aspect of no oxygen to the cells that scares me. That's a warning sign. Having clusters of blood as opposed to having cells moving around, that's another warning sign. And I kid you not, this is life or death on my state.
Do your legs and feet feel better?
They do not.
Okay.
They do not feel better.
So that
but
hasn't
we're
changed
working.
yet?
Oh, it's only been a week.
Okay.
But then my sugar is coming down. Now it's got to live in that neighborhood for a little while to see how that works. And then there are other things in there. We only attacked the parasite, the enzyme, and the colon. Yeah. My colon is my problem. And I'm going to guarantee you, I look around this place today, I can point out 5 or 6 colon problems that people just don't realize that they have. ADD, anxiety, Hiroshima, whatever the hell that thing is called.
Thyroid disease, yes.
All of the Hashimoto, all of this has a cause.
That's what I act like when my Hashimoto's is out. It's like Hiroshima exploding.
But it's
Only
all,
Freddie.
it's all around. It's all around you. There are explanations to why you feel anxious all the time. There are explanations as to why you don't sleep at night, insomnia, all of that. And with a microscope that she does, and she sits there and she'll show you charts.
One drop of blood.
One drop.
Yeah,
Just
not,
one
it's
drop.
not even. And
you,
it, and
you
it's,
pick your prick
you
your
have to give
finger
the blood.
and you give me a drop.
Yes.
That's where I don't become a lab.
She's not allowed because she's not taking it. You're giving it to her.
Right.
So it's the technical aspect of this thing. But I didn't want to say anything. I promised her secrecy because I wanted to see what was happening. When I got a 115 reading this morning, I'm doing the cha-cha all over the place. I haven't had a 115 in almost a year. And all
you
of a
should have
sudden,
more energy because of the enzymes are breaking up.
do I have a lot more energy?
Really? Because have you seen him sit down to do a show since this week? If you watch our shows this week, he's very not often sitting in this chair. You're moving furniture, you're hanging lights, you've got TVs, you've got kids
got
in Studio
people
B.
all around me.
You've
What
got
are you
people
talking
walking
about?
around with a coffee can. I feel like Wayne and Dignity. I feel like someone's ashes might be in one of those coffee cans. I don't even know.
All I'm saying
Because
is,
really all we did was, Rulu is the name of the type of blood he had, which was, they're all clumped.
Clumped?
They're all linked together.
You got sticky blood.
So now we've got them all
sticky blood.
separated, they're moving
I'm a
around, they're
giant
feeding the bones and muscles, and he's gonna have more energy.
Oh my God. Should we still have Leaf there? Or did he leave?
No, we still have them.
Did we get his audio back?
We should.
He's being very patient. I want to hear what he has to say about this. And he's in the
Leaf
quad.
is the keynote speaker for the Reboot Cruise.
Okay, great.
Did we get it back? Leaf, are you there? He's talking, we just don't hear him. All right, we're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, more with, oh my gosh, this Reboot Wellness Cruise that is cruising on January 18th through 20th. To get your tickets, you can go to Reboot, R-E-B-O-O-T, cruise.com. It's based on double occupancy, but of course you can do it on your own. You just have to reach out to Tony. We're going to go to commercial break, and we will be right back.
Does your
how you know it's
business
live.
Moby Pop?
That's how you know it's
A
our
new
show.
way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800. And we are back. I gotta tell you, something to say about going old school. I don't know technology. I tried to figure out Adobe Cloud yesterday for an hour. I couldn't even open the program. So that's why we have the crew that we have. But when we can't figure it out, we're going old school. So we've got Leaf on the phone, literally on a speakerphone with a mic, but we're going to hear him going that way. And Jeanette is with us. We're talking about, what's the name of it? It's not
Live blood analysis.
Live blood analysis, but the name of the company is?
ExploreWellness.world.
And it's remarkable. You can find, you and I are going to have a little chit chat after this show, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much so is all I can say.
You got curtains back there.
Do I? I'm so much has been going on, but you have a
And
lot
you got
more
painting
energy.
over there.
I'm really, I have to tell you, I
But
love.
you got mirrors going on. You notice I'm like side-stepping.
You're so in the doghouse that it's beyond. So, Jermina, if you're watching, you know that get out of the doghouse bouquet we always talked about? My table tomorrow is going to be filled with beautiful flowers to get you out of the doghouse.
Okay.
But as long as it's for, the betterment of mankind. Yes, I see the painting. I see a lot of things going on here. Tomorrow from 11 to 2, we are having our holiday headshot. Can't tell you it's a party, but it's a get-together. We have no food, but we'll definitely have some coffee to be served, is all I can say. Coffee and cookies, maybe a little bit of champagne. We'd like to celebrate.
A diabetic recipe. Coffee and cookies.
Let's have that reboot cruise on right after the party's over.
I think we definitely need a reboot cruise, and that's coming up January
I was
18th.
gonna ask you, what food do they serve on a reboot cruise?
We all organic vegan food, organic vegan cuisine for
There's no
breakfast, lunch,
burgers?
and dinner. If you want a burger, I'm
can
not
have
going to
it?
stop you. If you want to go to the casino, I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, so you can have regular
You can
food.
do what you want to do, but we have organic vegan cuisine for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Nice. Stay away from that.
What about vegan food? What about the vegan burger?
What about a regular burger?
Have you guys tried?
Just kidding. Vegan sounds amazing.
Have you tried the vegan burger?
Nope.
Have you seen the vegan burger? It tastes just like a regular burger.
Not all of them are created equal.
I don't know.
That I got to tell you. I
is
want to
that
ask Leaf. I think we still have Leaf on the quad. We're
Yeah,
going old
Leaf's on.
school with the phone is what we're doing. You weren't here. I took matters into my own hand. We're doing it this way. You see him?
I see you.
You see us. All right. That's good. Have you changed what you eat as well for this whole system that you go through? Are you plant-based? Does it change your mindset?
I understand this is extremely important to understand what's happening with your body and what to do with it. There's no doubt about it. When I go into full training mode, yes, there's changes I make, and I think I've really become super hyper aware of what's happening. So it's all about conditioning the body, and I think those are the three takeaways that are going to happen on this reboot cruise. It's about conditioning the body, sharpening the mind, and just allowing our spirit to grow. And that's what the weekend's going to be all about.
Growing your spirit. Yes, I think you should go on the cruise.
I think I should too. When is it? The 18th?
January 18th through 20th.
I don't know if I'm even going to be here. Yeah, see,
Where are you gonna be?
there's a few other things I haven't told you. I may be in Puerto Rico till the 20th.
Okay, just got bigger and
You
bigger.
can do
18th
a
to the
remote
20th.
from there.
I may be in Puerto Rico till the 20th.
Really?
Yeah. I got
How well will this feel when I throw this across the room? I've got an entire box of my ducks that might be resurrected at the
just
moment.
3 days on the weekend. I got to go to get some business out there.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that, did I?
You haven't told me a lot of things.
I know. I got a phone call this morning. We'll see what
And I
happens.
guess that would be why the TVs are going up and the painting's happening and there's a party in the warehouse.
Yes, that would be the reboot at the studio.
The reboot Freddy Grinch. On Toy Story where they have the Woody dolls and you pull them and you just press a button and reboot? Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Reboot, reshuffle.
Are you going on the reboot cruise?
Apparently so.
Are you going? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going.
I didn't either, but hey, if we're taking off, I may as well go away.
Touche. Is Teddy going?
But we've got a lot going on. And Leaf's going to be speaking on Sunday. Who else do you have speaking during the weekend?
Oh, we have Nene Grace, a medium. And she's pretty good. She's always on the Jenny McCarthy XM Satellite Show and others. We have Tori Washington. He's a vegan athlete. Leaf's wife is actually going to speak for a few minutes as well. She lives a vegan lifestyle. So, Leaf, you want to talk a little bit about her, about Allison a bit?
Oh, sure thing. My wife, Allison, yes. You can catch her. She's on most weekdays on the Jewelry Television channel as a host. So if you're ever buying jewelry on TV, you'll catch her there. But she's also a huge,
she's vegan all the way, and she turns me that direction as well. But she's now under what she calls her channel is Duo Gooders, which is not just about what we take into our body, but how we can bring good to everything around us. And her and my daughter Shayla have started the channel, the Duo Gooders channel, and what they can do. And I know, Tony, thank you so much. She'll be talking about the vegan lifestyle and what it means to live that way.
And so with the Plant Chicks, we have the Plant Chicks, one based in Dallas and one based in Miami. They're going to be speaking as well. Yeah, the Plant Chicks. Rock out with your Brock out.
Rock out to Brock out. Okay.
That's great.
That's the way it goes around here when
Are
we eat
you
plants.
vegan?
No, I'm not, but I play one on TV. I live the vegan lifestyle when I can. I can go to an all-day retreat and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner vegan. But this was actually my first year living more of a plant-based lifestyle. I had a couple surgeries the last few years, a hernia surgery, a knee surgery. And literally from January of this year through December, current day, I'm 15 pounds lighter than what I was. And it's all diet. I mean, it's just nothing different. I'm working out a little bit more, but that's only the last few months. So I'm living more of a plant-based lifestyle.
Any of you guys plant-based at all?
No, I'm very meat-based, much to the chagrin of my boyfriend, who's vegetarian.
I also am a carnivore.
Are you vegan?
No, not completely.
And Teddy, you're not. You're paleo, right? You eat a little bit. You just don't eat the processed. Jackie's not.
Jackie says I can't even spell vegan.
Well, the last time that I tried to go vegan because I have a peanut allergy, I didn't do it correctly, and something got mixed up with nuts, and I wound up in the hospital. So I kind of just gave up.
I think that was on our show last year.
No, this was more recent. This was literally during a lunch break, and I had to stop going to work. I was like, hey,
wow,
I'm going to the hospital. I do have the pen, but I always say that I feel like, because you have to call 911 anyway once you do the pen.
Why do you think you're going to die? Please call 911. Yes.
Maybe, if you're living on the edge. Yeah, I drove myself again. I guess it's the adrenaline rush that got me alive.
Oh my gosh. So the vegan lifestyle doesn't work for you.
What'd you say?
That doesn't work for you.
I totally think that it could. I just also and I want to try it. I really, really do. I just also haven't had so much time to be able to prep everything. So it's usually a quick run to Trader Joe's, grab chicken cutlets, come home, put it on the pan with some broccoli, and that's my dinner. And it's easy, and it's habitual. It requires new habits and a new mindset, which I'm open to.
Because you know what you need to do for protein. And vegan, it's hard to figure out what vegetables have protein, and if you can't eat nuts and you're not good with legumes, and you don't know what you're going to have.
So that was the whole thing. I found myself kind of just sitting there on breaks, just looking at what to eat, growing hungrier and hungrier. I need to really take time, discover it, research it, instead of just trying to get a quick fix for that moment and then go home and not know what I'm going to do. So it definitely is a lifestyle change, but I'm open to it.
And Tony, part of the cruise is going to be on nutrition?
Yeah, the Plant Chicks is going to be a big part of that. So is Tori Washington, who lives as a vegan athlete. I think Tori probably hit on inflammation and quicker recovery with not having the meat in your body. I'm sure you know this, Jeanette. As well as the Plant Chicks, I'm sure the Plant Chicks will be able to help you out greatly because they're doing programs for women all over the world. So their main focus is helping women live a plant-based lifestyle.
Why?
And they have an online program.
Why women more than men?
That's
Hormones?
just their niche.
Okay.
That's where, but I'm a guy and I follow them as well. So, they're just experts in that field.
What makes you wonder if the hormone, and you talk about premenopausal, yes, I talk about that too, because that's our demographic as we get older. If it would change the hormones and the alkalinity and all those things that we're holding in our thyroid and being plant-based and not eating the hormones from the meat. I know you have to be nice to your animals because otherwise you're eating all the energy that they're eating and being killed. We've talked about all that. And those who are listening who think I'm woo-woo and not so woo-woo, you can do the research and it exists. But so plant-based, maybe we're not ingesting as many hormones.
Ingesting is what?
From the different animals.
Absolutely, yeah. The other thing about thyroid,
my Hiroshima.
making sure that the thyroid's functioning properly is to get fluoride out of your body or out of your lifestyle.
That's what Daphne has
said
said
but that's
all the time.
difficult because water has fluoride.
Yes, and people can get it out of their faucets that they make food or, the sinks, but they forget about the shower. and you actually are drinking in about 8 cups of water every shower you take.
Daphne used to say that all the time, is take a shorter shower. My water bill would love me if I did that, is all I can say.
Well, wait a minute. Taking a shorter shower means less fluoride goes into the body?
Because the fluoride's in the water.
57 years of fluoride showers, honey. I think I'm up to here with fluoride.
Yeah, well, and iodine will take it out of your body. So
Iodine. So if you
seaweed
swallow
salads.
salt?
No, well, yeah, they quit taking, or they quit putting iodine in salt, as far as I know.
I feel like we need to introduce her to Daphne, because it's everything she's talked about is giving us iodine and all of these things. She would be a great part of the Reboot Cruise as well, is all I can say.
I just got kissed. You never know who comes by. It's just amazing. I'm going to be sitting here from now on. Was that a woman or a guy?
I can't tell anymore. I'm just kidding. Very handsome man.
There you have it.
I'm a little speechless, is all I can
Listen,
say.
the bottom line here is there's things that float in your blood, right? There are metals. There are these zombie things. There are these parasite things. There are all sorts of stuff that floats in there. You'd be surprised at some of the things that you want to get out of your system. Your diet introduces more crap into your body.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you get up in the morning, like I know somebody who gets up in the morning and they drink a tall bottle of soda. Oh, good luck with that. Don't tell me I'm sick. I want to ask you a question. Everybody around me has gotten sick. Flu. This thing that's going around, except for Hector. This thing that's going around, everybody's sick, right? And I'm not sick, and everybody's telling me, oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. Meanwhile, their noses are stuffy. They're all sick. And I became immune because of what I'm doing?
Well, yeah, your immune system is actually benefited by what you've done, yeah.
I feel like Superman. Everybody's sick, and I say, here's another tissue. You ever seen that? You work in a restaurant. What do you do when people are like sneezing all over the restaurant?
When people are sneezing all over the restaurant, it's frowned upon. It was me. Well, it was me for a little while. I went in and I called my boss, and I don't think she realized how severe I was not feeling well. And as soon as I walked in, it's a health code violation. And I looked at my manager and I said, look, I really don't think I'm healthy enough to be here. Not only for me, I think that I could really make other people feel ill. And
Thank you for staying home. Now, Dawn doesn't use a sponge.
A sponge for washing
clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just had this conversation with myself last night because I haven't switched out my sponge in a while. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing it and I'm like, it's kind of counteractive because there's germs being retained in the sponge. So as much as it's getting off the bowl and making it look shiny, we can't see the bacteria that's lingering around. So I think that could be actually a really good thing.
I'm thinking about the conversation Jackie had with herself.
I know.
Like,
How
what
is
did that
yourself,
sound?
by
What
the
was
way?
that like in your head?
I was wonderful last
How
night.
are you, Jackie? How'd
I'm
that go?
so good. I was just putzing around. That's my favorite thing about living alone is I could just talk to myself, and I don't disagree with myself. So it's
You always win.
it's a pleasant conversation.
There's never a loss.
It is a good one.
No, she doesn't lose.
Imagine if we'd actually did a show on what it's like when Jackie talks to herself, or Hector, or Teddy.
It
Teddy,
is-
what's it like when you talk to yourself? Not a good
It
place.
is the
is it?
reason we call her Jackie Birch.
That's right.
Because there are two Jackies.
Or if we had cameras in the car.
I just said to my boyfriend last night, I was like, I wish I had a camera in your room, just because he was on FaceTime with me and he was like, oh my god, I feel like my hair is receding, oh my god, I have to clean, oh my god. And I'm like, I wish I just like could see you in your natural habitat when no one's looking, at how much, but this relates to all of us, how much we just run around in circles and drive ourselves crazy about things that really
I
don't
would
matter.
love to have audio in everyone's
Yeah,
car.
it's so
If we
funny.
heard what we said and the conversations and the evil
Oh
things
my
we call
God.
people, and it would be
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
If we just had audio in our head and recorded that, the evil things that we say to ourselves, right? Are you going to be talking about that on the cruise? How mean we are to ourselves?
Well, we have Tiffany Nicole. She's going to do a little mindfulness workshop, so maybe I can get her to cover a little bit of those voices in the head.
It's the voices in our head that we're so hard on ourselves. We're way harder on ourselves than anyone else we see when we're driving, except if you're going down Glades Road in season. That's not so good. But that's all I can say. What we say to ourselves, we would never, ever say to somebody else.
I don't even think I would think.
Ever, right? Would never. But why is it okay for us to ridicule ourselves and beat ourselves up? It's the first thing we do. Instantly, from the minute your eyes open, it's something.
I'm sorry, did she say, why do we beat ourselves up? Did she just say that? Oh, okay. And here it comes. Watch it, because I'm behind Jackie Rich. Absolutely right, because it's easier to bully yourself than to make yourself healthy.
But part of the reboot cruise would be amazing is to actually get rid of those nasty voices in our head and reframe that into something positive, a positive mindset.
Duly noted. Let's work on that.
I have a quick question. So with the beating ourselves up and everything, I think that human nature is competition and aggression, and we take it out on ourselves because we know that we're only hurting ourselves, and we think that we'll be good with that. So on the reboot cruise, do you talk about, I don't know, like healthy competitions and how to have a just all around better mindset, I guess?
Well, again, we do have someone that's going to do a mindfulness workshop.
Cool.
So I'm going to talk to her about these last 2 minutes of this this radio show.
We're going to change the whole cruise on you, Tony.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm here for the people, so don't worry.
And
That's
I think
awesome.
the younger generation has it a lot easier than as I'm over 50. So I was raised with everybody being a thin model
Right.
type person, being this way. If you're not this way, you're less than. And even with jobs and school and whatever social activities, that was a big part of it. If
Yeah.
you weren't wearing the right clothes, if you weren't 5'7", at least I'm 4'10". So I was always the shortest one. And then when I looked in magazines or for clothes or for,
Right.
I'm always looking at the 6 foot tall model and
I think that those feelings still relate to everybody today, but I think that there's more voices and there's more options and
more acceptable to have a
Right.
plus size model and
Totally.
to not everybody to be the
Totally.
standard.
I got a question, because guys don't do that. I mean, I don't remember looking in the magazine and I always say I want to look like
They do it
Captain
a little
America.
more secretively.
I don't.
They do.
They do.
Tony,
You don't, but you're an anomaly.
Guys
Tony,
do it in other ways.
Tony, when you were younger, did you wake up, open the magazine, and say, "I want to look like that"? Oh my God, I'm gonna stick my finger down my throat to throw up my food. Who does that?
No.
What guy does that? I mean, I didn't do that. Do you do that,
I'm cracking up where you've got DJ sitting in a timeout chair.
Hold on a second. He's in a timeout.
How often do you go to the gym?
I used to go. I used to live in the gym.
And what do you think the guys do there? Lifting weights and looking good and looking in comparison and competition.
We used to play a lot of racquetball.
That's used to.
Because there was there was a lot of hot ladies. There was a lot of hot ladies in
But
there.
the topic that you're referring to
Women.
is the topic is that
Women.
guys don't do that. The
No,
guys
I
don't
said
want
guys don't open a magazine to look like Captain America.
My point is,
But women, from what I see here, it affects them all throughout their
Well, women
life.
stand in a mirror longer. We get ready, we do our hair, we do our
Was
makeup,
that what it is?
our nails.
But I also think that that's a part of human nature. I think that, and it sounds so cheesy, but it's like the men were raised to go out and hunt, and the women were raised to stay at home, be pretty, and do the laundry and do the cooking. And it's just in our nurturing, it's the nurturing nature that we have. Because I think that we think that we need to keep ourselves looking sharp to find a hunter.
But there's more. But there's more
Yeah,
cattiness.
it does.
There's more cattiness among women. We're
Right,
we're
but women
cattier.
are closer with each other. We
More
hug
hormones.
and kiss each other hello. We compare. Look at this.
Cattiness,
we don't play nice in the sandbox.
Yeah. We're the ones pulling each other's hair, saying, "I don't like the color of your shirt."
Yeah, but guys don't play nice in the sandbox either. But
Because you could punch each other in the face and then go get a beer and talk about the
Exactly.
sports. I mean, like, I always say I want sons because if they have a disagreement, they punch each other in the face and they go back outside and they're playing and talking about the Giants versus the Jets and
Right.
whatever it is. Girls, oh my God, my sister and I. Yeah.
You go to
My
soc-
sister
you
and I
go to
only
social media.
Oh my God.
Facebook,
But not
yeah,
even
we come-
social media. Girls like have the tendency to hold on to things longer because they're more
years.
emotional.
Yes.
I just had to, my sister and I'll be completely honest. We did not talk for like a month. And I wound up texting her and I was like, what are we even fighting about?
Talking to the wrong Jackie.
She was.
She's talking to the other Jackie Bird.
She has to hear my conversation.
Now, I'll give you an example. I walk into a place and I have a suit on, and DJ Ortiz walks in. He has the same suit on. We're not gonna run home and change. I go nice.
No, what happened? What happened is I've been watching what kind of suits you wear, and I say I want to look just like Freddie. And that's what I did.
But guys,
But where men are wearing the
Look,
same
you guys,
suit,
you both have
women
the
wear
same shirts on.
outfit, and their first thought is,
Who wore it better?
yes, yes.
But why?
Who sucks in their stomach
And
a
even
little
in the
bit harder?
magazines, they promote that. The two in
Who
the
wore it
Oscars
better?
and the Grammys, two celebrities who wore the same dress.
I grew up
and
looking
are-
at that.
Who
Yeah.
wore it better?
It's crazy. Well, I got my boyfriend to admit exactly what you were denying because we're in his apartment and he's getting mail subscriptions. And I'm like, why do you have all these subscriptions to like men's fashion catalog? And he was like, all right. So I always feel like I want to change my wardrobe to look a little cooler because I see Ryan Reynolds and I'm like, oh, well, he's got a really good looking wife and he's good looking. He's a good looking guy, Jack, right? And it just plays a part. I started watching New Girls and there's a character, Schmidt, that has like 300 suits and he's all about the outfits and it just gives you a little bit inside. But going back to the generation thing, there's just more voices.
Teddy,
It's
you
just like
laughing
louder now.
at her? She's hilarious.
We put on clothes.
See, this
and we wanna
is
know how skinny we
why I
look.
live alone.
We're not wondering the conversation that goes on in
How many
Jackie's head.
Jackies
At
can
least
talk into a
something.
mic?
At least there's something.
It's spinning.
This is, but this is the. I'm not even gonna
needs her
say
own
that.
show.
Voices.
I'm not
She
gonna
needs her
say
own
that.
show.
She needs her own show.
The Jackie Bird
She
show.
has a Jackie Bird. She talked herself into a coma.
Wait, and then Teddy sits here and doesn't say a word. Are you ready to explode?
No, not at all. Teddy also, she looks at magazines and she's into how women look and dress and everything else, and she has opinions that are sometimes she's
And
nice
if she
and
doesn't like
sometimes
what you
she's
say,
not.
she takes out her knife or axe and she takes care of it.
She challenges you mentally, I notice,
She
which
does.
is a good thing, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I always wondered why with men, again, maybe 50%, 60% men, they really don't care. You know, when you go to a urinal in a bathroom, in a men's bathroom,
Here we go.
and you,
Here we go.
hold on a second,
No.
you never look over to a guy going to the bathroom. You don't do that. You know why you don't do that? Because you don't want to know.
Do you say pass the paper?
And women go in the
No.
same stall together.
And women hang out in the same toilet together and take turns. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
true.
And if you show a woman a picture of themselves, what's the first thing we say to ourselves or out loud? Whether we look fat
or
or
skinny.
thin. Yes.
What the hell is that about?
Here.
And why is it that women run to the bathroom? Oh, I'm going to the potty. And everybody at the table, all the women go at the same time. What is it? You guys are connected plumbing wise?
You have to talk.
That's right. You're going to go in there and talk. You're going to talk about sex. You're going to talk about guys. Oh, you just see the waiter. He's
It
real
used
hot.
to be a lounge.
It's like a lounge.
Lounge.
I
That's why
think.
there's couches in the women's room.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in there and it's like a party and you guys are talking about men. And then when you come back, you think we're stupid. You think guys don't know what's going on.
I'm running out of things to throw at you.
Is it true? Tony, am I lying, Tony?
I'm indifferent.
He takes the fifth.
He takes the fifth, which is followed by
There he
the
goes,
sixth
through it again.
and the seventh.
Oh, my
Ortiz, am I lying?
I will keep
Why
it
are you
confidential.
afraid?
I'm not afraid.
So
I'm not
tell the
afraid.
truth. What confidential means yes.
Confidential,
Thank
yeah,
you. For,
yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
There you
Uh-huh.
go. This is reboot. It's reboot
We're
Thursday.
rebooting. We rebooting.
But it's the same, right? I mean, you have a daughter, right? Your daughter's the same as you. You
No, my
guys love
daughter's
the
my
mirror.
daughter.
You do what you got to do.
Okay, we're done. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to reboot Friday.
No good?
I'm going to pull that Woody string. Whoop!
Oh, God.
This segment brought to you by Reboot Wellness Cruise. The cruise leaves January 18th through 20th. For more information, you can go to rebootcruise.com. $525 for the entire comprehensive package for 2 days and 2 nights.
What's the phone number?
Based on double occupancy. Rebootcruise.com. Tony, your number?
954-998-3284.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with the PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
That was kind of light, wasn't it? That was very light.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. But today is Thursday. It's our Throwback Thursday at the cafe. We've got some very longtime friends with us. We've got new friends. We've got Carol Casorla, our original board op from iHeart when we started back in the day. I was the 12th broad on the show, Two Boys from Brooklyn in the Broad. There were 12 between February 1st and May.
Really?
That's how many they went through.
That's crazy.
I was number 12.
Wow, I didn't realize.
I got longevity is all I can say. That was Freddie, 4.5 years ago already. Pretty
Yes.
remarkable.
Wow.
So we've changed, we've grown a lot. So Carol is our original board op. Hey, Jean, you look beautiful.
Thank you. This is a dress.
That would be a dress. That would what constitutes that. And before you say something else, and that would go right, into Freddie's greeting card. Happy birthday. I thought this was a nightgown. Merry Christmas to you, too.
I will never understand women. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. It's 1:55. They're having a party. Why would she be in her nightgown?
You're adding up points. I'm saying if you looked at this, would you think it's a dress?
Yes.
Yes.
And a beautiful one.
Like that.
Merry Christmas from Freddie. Yeah, Gen G, we're actually going to get that greeting card line out for Freddie as well because we're going to... What he comes up with is just remarkable. I know Jackie is truly tremendous, right?
Dying. I'm.
Yeah, he leaves you speechless. Maybe we should cut back on some of that baking soda he's doing, is all I can say. Because I don't know what you've done, but he's on a whole nother playing field. Sharon, tell people how they can find you and where you're practicing karaoke.
You can find me at Sammy Am Karaoke on the Facebook, and I believe there's a Sam I Am page as well. I'm at Island Jacks on Saturday. I'm Johnny Mango's Tuesday.
Johnny Mango's the florist?
Johnny Mango's in Jupiter.
Oh, okay, there's a Johnny Mango's flower shop in Delray.
Is that really? Johnny Mango's Tiki Bar and Grill. Sundays I'm in Hollywood at the 19th hole, and Fridays I'm at an American Legion in North Miami.
You're all over the place.
Yes. Well, that's what I think to dominate an area is not most DJs. They dominate an area and they're only in Pompano, they're only in West Palm. Personally, I love the drive, but I think spreading myself a little thinner allows me to be in one area one day a week where more people will come out to see me.
People are loving karaoke?
People are loving karaoke. Everybody wants to be a star.
How's that singing voice going for most of them? I don't think I would ever do it.
You know, there's, do you remember American Idol where, who is the guy? He sang Wang Hung.
Oh, She Bangs,
She Bangs, right?
Yeah, that guy.
And he was a nuclear physicist.
He was?
Yes, he's one of the smartest men in America, but he came to karaoke and he sang this song, and we all know how entertaining he was. He was a horrible singer, but he was so entertaining. Everybody, I'm sure, clapped and cheered. And here he was, I'm really great.
Yeah.
And then he camped out to do the American Idol
God bless
because
him.
he really thought he was great. And then there are amazing singers that they're boring. And they choose the wrong music, and if you didn't do a 6-minute crying in your beer song, after 2 minutes, everybody just kind of turns their back. And then there's those people who just come out, and they are doctors, attorneys, construction workers, and they have these amazing everybody in the restaurant will turn their head to watch voices, and
they have the it.
Right.
That it.
That's
right.
Wasn't
It's
Pat
the why.
Benatar a teacher?
I might have been.
You know, so
and
you
she
come from
was
everywhere.
and she was an amazing, absolutely still is an amazing singer. So when I started this business, I never sang a note in my life. I had no idea. I wanted my own business. It seemed like the thing to do.
How
Here
fun
you
for
are.
you
And 10
everybody
years
else.
later, pretty
Yeah.
successful at it.
That's remarkable. And how do people find you?
My website is explorewellness.world. My phone number is 310-999-3433.
More to come. You can check out your blood. It sounds scary but fascinating all at the same time.
It's a whole new world.
You know, it's coming to the realization and looking at things and just facing the truth and seeing what we can do, because a lot of medications, we talk all the time, they help a symptom, but they don't get to the root cause. So they may be helping your neuropathy and they may be helping your pain, but actually what is the root cause? And maybe it's something simple as cleaning out your blood. Not leaching your blood, but cleaning it out. Try alkalinity. Wow, imagine releasing hormones. Give it a try. See how that perimenopausal thing's going, and I can tell you, it's not such a pleasant, fun task, is all I can say. So between what Freddie's going through and me, man, you don't want to be in that warehouse with show-ins today. But tell us again, the Reboot Cruise.
RebootCruise.com, or you can reach me directly at 954-998-3284. We're sailing January 18th through the 20th out of the Port of Palm Beach.
More to come next week. Maybe we'll bring in another sponsor, talk more about the Reboot Cruise.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
There's a chalkboard over there, and when that gets finished, we're going to have sponsors write their name. Remember we always talked about coming in and you write your name on the wall? I think we're going to do something like that over there. Put a little camera, a little camera on there.
Maybe we recreate our paper towel wall.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I forgot about that.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to put it. But now that we're buying paper towels, it's not so economical, is it?
I know.
A dry erase board. The chalkboard sounds like a much better idea.
I know.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Same time, same place. We're going to have a party. See if our cameras are on. Peace is within you. Come on out if you're in the Boca Raton area, 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard. It still says Little Pond Family Theater. Our AMP2 TV studios is up and running. Our warehouse will be open. If you want a free headshot, brought to you by Danielle Boujon Photography. Be kind to each other. Have a great day.
Don't be late. Not yet, now.
And?
Don't be late. Don't be late.
Don't be late. Bye-bye.
Mr. Moore.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com